So it's been a bit of time since I've made a rant video, but I want to make a rant video about these two topics because they've just been killing me and I hate it so much. I'm going to start with the first one for now. Sony recently announced that they're going to be completely killing physical media discs come January 2028. Now you might be wondering, well, Francois, that's a year and a half away. Well, first off, props to you for being able to fucking count. But second off, Nintendo has already basically just completely killed physical media because, oh, you have a little physical cartridge for the Switch 2, but that little cartridge gives you a passcode for you to go download the game. I love physical media, okay? It means that whenever I want, as long as the game is in its case, or, it's well preserved, I can physically just go slot it into whatever game system it goes into, and boom, I have a game. You'd be surprised at how much physical games I play. It's nice to just be able to whip something out, plop it in, and play. It is. You see, Sony, there's this little fun thing called preservation is important, because I'm not gonna lie, gang, you would not be where you are today without physical preservation. Like, the only thing keeping your brand alive is the physical media that you released from the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 and some PlayStation 4. Like, that's the only thing keeping you afloat, gang. I'm not gonna lie. And you go for all of these big titles, God of War, Gears of War. It's just like, first off, it's God of War, so of course it's going to sell well, but at the same time, who knows? Because the new God of War game is kind of iffy with a lot of people. I could go into the whole design philosophy of why the new God of War game is kind of meh, kind of just like ham-fisted in there as kind of like filler content, but I digress. I'm not going to do that today. I just can't understand why you would nuke physical media. I'm just not going to lie. There's a difference between digital and physical. Digital used to be, being the key word here because it's not anymore. Digital used to be cheaper, and because it was more easily mass produced, so stuff like Steam, that's the reason why digital is cheaper, because it's easier to mass produce. Developers can, have it for like 40-50% off of a physical copy. Because a physical copy, you have the cartridge / disc, you have the thing it comes in, and then you also have to, print the actual game onto the disc, which, mind you, takes a little bit of time, so it's a little bit more expensive, but that's understandable, because with that little physical media, guess what? Now you have that permanently. Now you can play that whenever the hell you want, and you're not limited to, oh, you need an internet connection to play this game. Our servers are down at the moment, so you can't play the game that you purchased at full $70, $80, $90 price. So many people want to get into gaming as a hobby, right? Because gaming is a hobby. It's still a hobby. Yeah, there are some people who make a living off of it, but like, it's just a hobby at the end of the day. And when like a good 60-70% of the population is just priced out of gaming through, how expensive games are nowadays, like $80-$90 is ridiculous. Kind of just completely dissuades people from gaming and going to the thing that is, a lot of people like to use as an insult, but it's become a compliment considering how shitty the world has become. Touch grass. You could go outside and touch some grass. Because at least the real world, with the animals and with people who aren't terminally online, is better than what we're getting. Companies constantly trying to fist our asses with killing physical media, ham-fisting all this AI bullshit into everything. That's the second topic we're going to get into. If you want to make games good again, if you want to really live up to your thing of play has no limits, because at this point you're just using it just as a whole thing, just like, oh yeah, no, play has limits. And what you're doing is limiting play. So if you're an employee and you do see this video and you do want to send anything, right, to your boss or, the CEO of whatever game company you're under, so just send this small clip. If you want to make games good again, go back to the way it was, where physical copies were fully produced, mass produced. Yes, they were a little bit more expensive. That's the reason why you have digital media. Digital media is cheaper, but because it's cheaper and is more easily mass produced, it can supplement that slight price that's needed for physical copies. Just go back to the way it was. It's not hard. The best part about it is you'll get a ton of positive PR from it too. What do I know? I'm not a company CEO after all. By the way, keep in mind the background gameplay is just to have something there so it's not constantly just a black screen. So let's get into the second topic that I want to rant about. The second topic is people who want to get into, PCs and building stuff and all that stuff with electronically. Let's just say PC gaming has become the rich man's hobby now. Basically, not only is it games are expensive nowadays because for some reason people want to make games more than 60, right? Because 60 was already a lot. But yeah, no, let's make games 70, 80, 90, maybe even $100 for a new game. It's just like, bro, nobody's gonna buy that. Anyway, getting off topic. It's because of the fact that, and I know everyone's gonna hate hearing this, but AI. I know, I just flashbanged you. It's just like, oh my god, no, not AI again. But you see, there's something we must talk about, as AI is pricing everyone out of everything. Let's take AI data centers, for example. Let's say, you have an AI data center that's planted. It's gonna be built. Building it creates jobs. It does. But the moment it's done being built, guess what? Large AI data centers have like 40 employees at most. That's ridiculous. And on top of that, all of the surrounding city and everything that it's near gets, all of their shit gets skyrocketed, and their water is no longer clean. Like, I would like clean water. I would like stuff that's cheap. I would like energy that's also cheap, that goes to me instead of an AI company. I don't understand what people see in AI. The only good thing about AI is its work in the medical field, because it's able to catch stuff a lot earlier and tell doctors, hey, you might want to look into this. That's the only good thing AI is used for. Everything else is just shit. Let's be honest. I want to, upgrade my computer, but I want to upgrade my computer. I want to outfit it with more modern parts, to really make sure that it can last. Because yes, it can play a lot of games, but I want to, make sure that it can continue to play those games. The fact of the matter is, computer parts eventually wear out. Let's just say that I will not be able to do that because of the fact that computer prices and console prices, consoles are not excluded from this, are getting more expensive. I don't think people understand how egregious console prices are nowadays. And it's just like, oh, just swallow your pride. I'm not gonna give my money to a company that don't give a shit about me. And yes, I know, every company could give less of a fuck about you. It's just like, I know this is true, right? We live in that world. If I don't pay and consumers don't pay stuff when they make, a new massive product that they want people to buy, if people don't buy it, guess what? They don't get profits. They don't see that profit margin rise. And it's just like, yes, this is good. This is what I want. The most modern console I have is a PlayStation 4. I bought it for like $200 off of a local game store. Yeah, it might be a bit hypocritical for me to say that, I have a PS4, but like at the same time, not only was it $200 from the local game store, but it was also, I don't have, a PSN account. I don't use it. Basically, I used it for like 1 or 2 games, and then it's just like, it's just sits there just staring me in the face. I use my computer a lot more than I do game consoles, because game consoles, it's gotten to the point where instead of game console prices slowly falling, I'm gonna try and move on to the next big game console. We're gonna create something new, so obviously the prices of our other consoles are gonna slow down. No, they're rising, because guess what? AI. Gonna try and ham-fist AI into everything. Gonna try and make data centers. Gonna try and make all computer component prices skyrocket because for some reason AI cannot keep its hands out of everything. So many companies are just trying to ham-fist everything with AI. It's just like they're taking their hand and ramming it so far up your ass that, and then pulling their hand out so your anus is now prolapsed permanently. And they're saying, yes, but yeah, you have this major problem, but guess what? AI. It makes absolutely gobsmackingly no sense. Nobody wants your AI bullshit. Whenever people speak about like AI in like a massive conference, right? They get booed. I'm not joking. I wish I could find that clip too. Some big tech person talking about how AI is the future and AI is this and AI is that. And guess what? They were getting nothing but booed. They're getting told no by everyone. And on top of that, right, there's the Utah data center. The Utah data center thing, I don't know if the data center is actually going up or not. Probably. They were at a city conference, right? Somebody, right, a Canadian billionaire no less. So if you're a Canadian billionaire, why are you trying to build on U.S. soil? That's my question. It's just it was just like, oh yeah, no, the entire city council, there was a shit ton of people there constantly saying, we don't want this, we don't want this, we don't want this. Somebody from city council said, for hell's sake, grow up, went into the other room. A city council that's meant to stand for the people, mind you. They went into another room just so they could talk the deal over, instead of listening to what the people wanted. The world we live in is truly screwed. It really is. And I feel terrible for everyone who has to deal with all of this AI bullshit, all of, being priced out of everything, all of the AI age verification, all of the ID age verification. It's insane. I'll stop ranting now. I am making a new video. The editing process is taking a lot longer than I thought. It's gonna come in due time, don't worry. I'll see you later. Fuck the world we live in, dude. It's actual trash.